You can do it just about anywhere you want. You can do it in your front yard, your backyard, out in the street, inside the house if mom lets you. Racing, you have to go to a BMX track. And freestyle is something of your own creation, of something that you do all by yourself.
Whoa! This is rad. Look at this.
What's going on here is called a half pipe. It's a little bit different from a quarter pipe. It's just that this fits in the backyard a little bit better. It gives you speed from both sides of the ramp instead of having to turn around and then hit the quarter pipe. Now all the tricks would be exactly the same. You'd have your foot plants, which is when the rider goes up, lands on top of the ramp with one foot, pushes himself back in. There's aerials. That's when the rider completely releases himself from the ramp. It is a nice sport because the rider can do it on his own. He's not on a team. He shines by himself, and it is a chance for him to prove himself. The way that you can tell a pro rider or a good rider is his creativity, his own style, how smooth the rider is when he rides, and how high he goes. Wilkerson's style is a little bit more radical. Now, it's not that it's bad. In fact, the crowds really relate to that style because it has more flash to it. It has a good punch to it. There's other riders like Blyther, who knows exactly where the bottom of his tires are, no matter how far out. Now, he's been out 10 feet, but he can land both tires on the edge of the ramp coming completely in. You have certain riders like Fiola, who is like a cat. He knows exactly where his feet are at all times. No matter where he is, he can crawl all over his bike, in the air, it doesn't matter. He's really good at that.
I think of myself as a performing athlete because I train, I ride my bike at least 4 hours a day, and the training I do is to do shows, to entertain people. But you have to be in top physical condition.
The small ramp tricks are basically a balancing maneuver. What you try to do is you try to use the slope of the smaller ramp as a balance point. And you bring your bike up, pull up on the handlebars just slightly, and you stall as long as you possibly can. And you move by moving your body weight. You can keep your bike pretty much stationary. You have free movement to take off any limb that you want, your feet, your hands, whatever you want to do like that. On a big ramp, once you're in the air, what goes up must come down. On a small ramp, you can control your bike a lot more.
To assist me on freestyle, I've added some things to like a normal, regular BMX bike. In the back, I've added foot stands, help in doing balancing tricks. On the front, I have some foot pegs that allow me to do a lot of balance tricks, a variety of walking around my bike. To also help me in freestyle, I've done a modification system that allows my front cable to go down through my forks, which allows me to do tricks where I can twist my handlebars around and the front cable will not tie up or tangle. So it allows it to keep spinning in either direction. When starting off in freestyle, it's always good to learn basic tricks. It's always good also to wear safety equipment in case you do fall. I'm wearing elbow pads and knee pads to help protect in case I get tangled in the bike. And if you do just learn harder tricks, you can always be guaranteed that you're going to fall sometimes. I've fallen a few times. Balancing is really important in freestyle. Like the maneuver I'm doing now teaches you to learn to do things without putting your foot down on the ground. But if you start off with some really easy tricks and learn balance, it's a lot easier to learn hard tricks.
With a safety tip on how to get into freestyle BMX. First of all, you want to get on a good bike, make sure that everything works real well with the bicycle. Make sure that all the components are good quality and all the nuts and bolts are tight. Then, the main thing is practice. You want to get out there and practice as much as you can. Keep feeling a trick. If you mess up on a trick 10, 15 times, go on to something else and then start with that trick. But always remember the tricks to go back to them. The number one problem with practice is fatigue. When you're starting to feel your body tell you it's time to take a break, take a break. Because if you keep riding away your fatigue, this is when you're going to get hurt. Freestyle is body and mind over bicycle. It's free expression. There's no real basic set style to it.